Hello, Divine Sunshiners. Stay uplifted, stay motivated, stay ascended. Namaste, Namago.
Movement on mountain, turning all time.
Divine Sunshiners, thank you for those of you all that have supported me as I went through my most needed rest time to kind of rest and rejuvenate. I wish on this channel I was able to actually state when I'm able to. I don't have the subscribers like I have and the capabilities like I have on Divine Unisouls 11 to be able to like do post and let you all know. But I just took a little kind of break. Much needed to kind of recharge my battery, especially with all the things that was seeming like I was getting hit. The DM was getting hit, and every time I felt like I wanted to get up, I felt like a turtle that had to get right back down, sit back down. So what I want to say is that as I was thinking, especially when you talk about the divine matters of the heart, is it kept coming to me that we need to love the energies that we don't want out of our orbit. We got to love them until there's no room and no space for them. This came to me while I was watching a video, which was Black Love. I love that show. And it's talking about love in so many things that, especially when we're talking about African Americans, a lot of times, love is not celebrated between the man and the woman, pretty much, and stated and really pretty much upheld as a model for love. We're always seeing other types of model for love that's been thrown in it. That's from social media. And no one understands each other like ones that really kind of understand that group or that group in which they're identified by. And that's the same thing when we're talking about even with divine unisouls or twin flames or ultimate lovers or divine lovers. Our definition of love and understanding comes from a different place of unconditional love that maybe somebody on the outside might say, I got kind of like a little problem. I don't know how you can love that person underneath those kind of conditions, the way they express themselves. And with understanding and watching this show, Black Love, of African Americans loving and showing each other love, it shows a different way in which some things that to other people might look on the outside, it might not be celebrated, but understanding that it doesn't matter about what race, creed, or shade, or color, or sex, or whatever that you love, or gender, is still love all the same, underlined. And so in this episode that we have about Black Love, they're talking about a young lady had lost their baby, and how the couple with them, they had met in high school, and how they were high school sweethearts, and they had known each other from high school all the way up until now. How the man was talking and stating that he just knew her soul, her mood. He could tell through her eyes, through her mannerisms, things of that nature, if she was checked in and she really truly understood. They went on to talk about the pregnancy and how the pregnancy was just really so smooth. It was just like really divine. It was just beautiful how the pregnancy had went along, and how they were really at one, and how the man, I want to call him divine masculine, he probably is the divine masculine in that dynamic of ultimate lovers or divine lovers, had said that, this baby, when they're going to Lamaze classes, they learn new way of intimacy, new way of loving, new way of everything. And he was like, it was just like really love. And so some of you all probably empathic can tell where this story is going. So again, like I said, they had lost the baby. It went full term. I think she said she carried it for 44 weeks and whatever like that. And she didn't understand. They put it underneath epidural, and he was saying that she was kind of coming out from the anesthesia. He was trying to explain, because they really said the heartbeat was strong, everything was strong. They just really couldn't understand. And so when it came time, they had to give an emergency C-section, because they like, I think this baby is in distress, but your heart is strong, so we want to get her out now. So they go ahead and they do that, and then they birth her, but then she's stillborn. And it's like what they didn't understand, because her heart was beating. How all of a sudden that now it's not. And so as they recap and they talk about the experience, and they talk about how they're loving on each other, I'm listening and hearing them. And I was like, the way he understood, he said, I was trying to explain to her, and she was just checked out in the eyes. And he's like, I know she's intelligent, she can understand, but something about it she wasn't comprehending. And she's like, I just didn't understand. I didn't understand how that could be, because we were so much reassured that everything was going to be all right. Her heartbeat was strong. It was just, I just wasn't worried. I prayed. He said, I prayed. Our mothers prayed. And then it still came out the outcome that it did. And then I thought about it. And I said, you know what? Their bond, and this might be controversial. This might be almost, I might have to label this a trigger warning, that even on this thing, was so strong that they had no other room, okay, for even the baby, because, and this is not in a negative way, and stick with me, because they had so much love for each other. Number two, contractually for that baby's soul, she had pretty much had gotten to the point that said that, my job is done. This is what I asked for. I didn't need to be really birthed, or I could be birthed, but I didn't need to really be alive at the end, because I taught you what I wanted you to. What children do. Really, children should come into a relationship to help others, to create a stronger bond between the parents, because through the process of having a child, you're learning so much about yourself. You're learning so much about how strong you are, how resilient you are, how intelligent you can be underneath pressure. And those things help you to really, truly have an understanding as far as who you are, who we are as a dynamic together. And they had already stated that with the child, that was enough, in so many words, because they were really truly learning each other. Then it came to me, and I thought about it. I said, those of us that are in those third parties or those karmic situations, the next thing is we've got to love on our person or our counterpart enough until there's no room for that third energy to be there. Now, that's what it came to me. And the spirit kept on saying, you need to make the video. You need to make the video. And I was like, this. But it is. You got to get to the point, rather it is with your other counterpart about what they've done or what they haven't done or whatever. You've got to get to the point that you got to love them enough. Love yourself enough, your counterpart, which it could be your divine feminine energies or your divine masculine energies within yourself, that there's no room for this extra stuff that you no longer feel that it serves you. And this is what really this Libra moon is kind of bringing on for us. It's like, get rid of the stuff that no longer serves you. In that dynamic of that lesson there, how can you grow, really love something? What's the much strongest vigor or all beings that you have within yourself to say, I love you enough. Our love is so strong that it cannot sustain another energy. Now that same thing every day for here lately. I have been getting sent messages sent to my heart, and my heart pretty much stating and saying that it's a song that said, "No, move me no mountains." Say just love me long, strong, and true. That's it. You ain't got to do nothing extra. On top of that, Shaka Khan sing that Dionne Warwick sung it too. There's got to be over the top about it. Just do those things. And if you do that, you got me. You don't need to do all that extra stuff. And so that's what it came to me to say, you need to tell them, and that was a channel message. Again, you got to get to a point that you love yourself, which in turn, so within, so without, that you love the divine counterpart so much that there's no room for the other counterpart, the other third energy to be in there. It's only room for you and the counterpart and spirit. That's it. So that's what it just came to me and say I wanted to come on here and talk to you all about, because I felt that we needed to talk about, add that on to there, because I said, well, it might be triggery, because again, it just came to me. I said their love was so strong that, number one, the baby already had done the job, but it was strong enough that it was held bonded, didn't need the baby to be into that party. It's like you say, like three's a crowd. And that's kind of semi the energy without them even knowing they were putting on there, but it was. And you have to see that black love. It was the last one that they had, of how tight and bonded they were in there. Now, of course, I believe that they're going to have a rainbow baby later on again, because it's very soon. They just lost the baby in September 2019. She'll come back again. They'll come back again. But my thing is that it's might in a different form. It might be a boy this time, but we'll see. But the thing is it's like that bond of love. It's got to be strong. It's got to be strong. It got to be like Alicia Keys. It's got to be unbreakable, that bond. Until we get there of really truly practicing that kind of that love, that strong love like that for ourselves, and in turn have it overflow for our counterparts, we are not ready for union. So that's why right now this new moon is another push to say to get rid of things that no longer serves. So like I tell the kids, it would behoove you to take advantage of it. Take advantage of these energies that's coming along, whether we like it or not, or how they're serving us, or how they're giving it, dishing it out to us. And really try to see how we could take that energy and use it for our own benefits. All right, this is it. This is Divine Sunshine coming to you with this channel message. Stay uplifted, stay motivated, stay ascended. Namaste, namago. Love you.